All right, so this is the day 2 of the sale and skills webinar. So the first day we mostly dealt with things like the introductory, like the basic things everybody needs to do around setting a daily routine and how to create an effective portfolio. We also treated some other important points that are related towards getting a skill. So I believe those who are there that day or those who have uh, watched the webinar will already be up to speed. So there are just two major things I'm going to be doing today. The first is how to send a code pitch, and the second is how to send how to get email addresses. You know, how to get email addresses. So I'm just going to this thing. I'm just going to the particular mail I'm looking for because that is what I want to use for an example. And these last two classes are somehow intertwined. You understand? They're somehow intertwined. So I'm going to talk about them hand in hand. You understand? So looking for that mail. Looking for the mail. Looking for the mail. That last video I uploaded was 10 gig. It took 10 gig to download, and anybody that does not watch it is looking for my trouble. Let me send my 10 gig back. So trying to I have this using this bag, this email as far back as 2016, I believe way before that. But what I'm looking for is in 2018. Yes. So I've got the email chain that I'm looking for. So let me find the second mail. I don't want to start up giving around my mail for people here start reading my mails. So I want to open the particular mail that I want to use for an example. Then yes. So yes. Yes. All right. So try to open all the necessary tabs. If you can hear me, can you indicate in the chat box that you can? Okay, okay. So I want to talk about two things. This thing side by side. I want to talk about these things, this thing side by side, and it's very important that you pay attention. You understand? It's very important that you pay attention because what's this thing, a lot of people, like I said, join webinars, they get distracted, they're watching something else, they're on WhatsApp. You should be writing. We're not going to be here for up to 1 hour ourselves because this is just the tail end of the things that is there. I didn't see that because I was already stressed. So I didn't want to rush you guys and just rush through. I wanted to also explain it well, the way I explain other things well. But what close the door. But what it's very important that you if you have not done that, if you have not done the work of setting the daily routine, then there's nothing else in this webinar you'll be able to apply. Because first of all, many people have not even watched that video because they don't have a good daily routine. So now some people have not watched that video, but they have that video was not up to 2 hours, around an hour, 15 minutes or so. But most people have burnt more than 2 hours severally since that video was out. and they cannot even give account of what they did today, but they still did not watch that video. That's for the people that missed it that day. You know that? So I treated the foundational things in that first video. Without those foundational things, you can't do the anything I'm talking to. It's going to be very, very hard because what everything that has to do with value, giving value, receiving value, it involves what you have to offer somebody something. Nobody can wake up and just randomly send you money or randomly give you a job. There's some people that tend to behave like that, but it's not possible. You always need to have something to give in exchange of that value. So when it comes to sending pitches, when it comes to digging out email addresses for people to use, every the work you do before that process matters. If you send somebody a random mail, they will not respond. So you have to prove in your mail that what you're a person of value. You have to prove in your mail that what you are someone that deserves to be listened to. So this particular thing of digging out mails, you must not. There's some people that there's some people that are already at the level where they can use it, and there are some people that what are 3 months away from using it, 6 months away from using it, 9 months, or even a year. But no matter the stage where you are right now, this is going to be very something that's going to find very, very valuable, and you can even use it to even advance on your journey. You can use this thing to get access to mentorship. You can use it to get access to certain things that normally would have been hard for you to get. So, for example, now a company is doing a scholarship program or whatever, and you can use this and get an inside look. Oh, but you know that at every point in time, you have to offer something valuable. You're not just going there to get. You're going there to give something. I don't know whether you guys are hearing me. Please, if you're hearing me, can you indicate in the chat box? If you're hearing me, can you indicate in the chat box that you are? So this thing. There's a Bible scripture there's a scripture I love very, very well. There's a scripture I love very, very well. And what Hebrews 7:7, it says as what? And without doubt, the lesser is blessed by the greater. So what he said that and he said that what and without question, the person who has the power to give a blessing is greater than the one who is blessed. So now what triggers blessings? What triggers blessing? Before somebody blesses you, you need to have done something to them something for them. A lot of young people are in a place where they only want to get, and they're not even asking themselves, what can I give? So in a world where people are only desperate about what they can get from others, when you start asking the question, what can I give? Automatically, you have made yourself unique. You have made yourself different. So this is the foundational principle for what I'm going to be teaching you guys. An outlook of what can I give? Because once you have a giving mindset, automatically that is what separates you from the bunch. Because every opportunity that is being looked for, there are thousands of people applying for that job. There are thousands of people. What will make you different from others? It's what it doesn't mean you not get something, but what you use giving to get in the door. So when you now give, it triggers the blessing. So the person now reciprocates because now people are looking for people who to trust. And what you show that you can be trusted by what is this basically stewardship. So yeah, so I'm going to share my screen now. I'm going to talk about the different things that was what. So now I'll show an email addresses first. The emails, two samples. A one that was years back, 2018, and a recent one. And what I'll explain the ideology that went behind those messages. So every single paragraph was intentional. So I'm sharing my screen. Sharing my screen now. Sharing my screen now. Uh, you can see my screen. Where is the first one now? This is the first one. I think this is the first one. If I see my screen, can you indicate in the chat box that you can? Okay, so this is the email I sent to Bitcoin Chief October or so 2018. So I got into the blockchain space then, and I got to that point where I told myself I needed to connect with somebody that has gone way ahead of me in this industry, and that was is building. You understand? I needed that. So I was I started doing a search on who are the big blockchain guys from Nigeria. You understand? I was already with Chris Annie then, so I already knew Chris Annie. I was actually at Chris Annie's hub. Then I stayed at his Ikeja hub for like 2 3 months during that period. I was living there, everything, eating, doing everything there because they had rooms there too. So I wanted to connect with other people. So I discovered I saw during my search, I discovered Bitcoin Chief. His name is there's even Bitcoin in his name. So I discovered Bitcoin Chief. So now the moment I discovered Bitcoin, I followed him on Instagram. So now he normally did giveaways then. That time Bitcoin Chief was doing giveaway every week. At least he would do at least any week he does not do giveaway, he did 100,000 naira giveaway. He was always doing giveaway every week. And so his page was always full. People were always asking for money, dropping. This one say, I have this problem. This one, everybody just there asking. So as I scrolled through his page, I told myself that what if I'm to connect with this man, I have to do something different. So now everybody's asking him for money. You go to his comment section, you're seeing all sorts of this one say I need this one say I need that. Sir, help me with this, help me with that. Because he was rich, of course, very, very rich. And was so it was I believe he was even a billionaire naira then. So everybody was asking for money, you understand? So me, I didn't need. I of course and I still needed money then, but I knew that what the most important thing for me, the most important thing you can get from anybody is not money. You see, if the greatest thing you can give somebody is money, that means there's a problem. I'm putting you in equation now. If you now as a human being are listening to me now, that's what the highest thing you can give somebody is money. That is the most that's the greatest thing somebody can get from you. There's a problem. The problem somewhere. It means that what you're not a person of value. Because what that money you're giving somebody, there's something that drives. Like I tell my students that what if you collect all my possessions now, all my money, and carry me and put in a random country, and what even wipe away my brand name, like now everybody knows that hey Ajulu, people here know that Ajulu. Even if what somebody just came and wiped my name from everybody's mind, whether what every single person that have known me over the past 5 to 6 years online since I started building my online brand. I started building my online brand 2017. So let's say that was every single person that I've known me from 2017 till now, totally forget who I am and what you drop me in a random country. The only thing I'll beg you for is what a device that has internet connection. If you can just give me that, or even if you don't give me a device that have internet connection, I can see me because what in my early days, I worked in a car wash to raise money to train myself. So even if you throw me anywhere, highest, if you have to now go back to start the menial jobs to raise money for capital to get a laptop. But what? Just drop me anywhere that is, anywhere. And what? With over a period of time, I will build everything back. So money is not the most important thing you need. The most important thing are what? Those intangible things. See, now someone like Dangote now, even the richest man in the world, he loses everything. Hey, something happened. No, hey, he was hacked. They stole all his money. Someone like Jeff Bezos. Now, Amazon burned to the ground. A whole lot of things happened. He has lost all his money. If Jeff Bezos brings up a new business plan now and asks for loan, how many banks do you think will want to give him loan? Please, I need answer in the chat. Let's say Jeff Bezos loses all his money. Or Elon Musk now, something happened and he lost all his money now. And he say he wants to start a new business and he needs loan. Can you guess how many banks will be willing to loan him money? Prince Octavia said every bank. You saw that the most important thing is not money. It's not money. Money is important to even the banks that money aside all things. But money is not the most important thing you can get as a human being. There are things that drives money. There are things you have. And people, all of you practically paid for this webinar because of what you believe that what I have no value to give you. So that value is the most important thing. That value. Having that value to offer to people. So I went through Bitcoin Chief's Instagram. I was just scrolling through his Instagram feed. Chief helped my life. I said, how will I connect with this man? I needed to connect with him. I needed to get opportunities through him. That was the money. That's the money everybody asking for. But so what? So now this is where it comes into play. Number one rule. I really hope you're writing this night. Find out what the person holds in high esteem. That's the first. So now, in the case of Bitcoin Chief, he was very very passionate about educating people about cryptocurrencies because it's changed his life. He even wrote a book called "How Bitcoin Changed My Life." So I discovered, oh, this is something he's very passionate about. So discover that's the first thing. Discover what the person is passionate about. Discover what the person is passionate about. That will determine what you can offer to the person. So now if you see the mail I sent you, good day, sir. I've been a follower of your activities on Instagram for a while, especially when it comes to creating awareness for Bitcoin. You see, I left with that. It shows it from the very, very, very first paragraph. He you know that I understand his work for Bitcoin and what the blockchain ecosystem in as a whole. I have been involved in the blockchain since January 2017. I got to know about the blockchain through Steemit, a blockchain-based blogging platform. And just like you, the blockchain has changed my life and enabled me gain a level of financial independence for myself. And it has also helped me support my family in my own way. So I've seen your passion for transforming people's lives, and I want to support your vision in my own little way. You post regularly on Instagram, but I see your IGTV is scanty. I would love to help you create educational videos on Bitcoin and blockchain as a whole for free. If you're interested, below are my social handles. You can reach me on any of them, or you can just simply reply this mail. So I put my Instagram, Twitter, my WhatsApp, and I also attached a sample of the video I'm going to be creating for him. So now those different paragraphs will show you that what first of all I've understood who I'm approaching. I gave a little bit of history for you to understand that what I'm very, very familiar with the industry it's playing with. And what I also was bought into it, showing that what I've bought into his vision of supporting people. So now I'm coming to add something to him. I'm offering to create videos for him. And now the whole lot of people who have sent this kind of mail to him or messages, this kind of messages to him. But the difference is that what I was telling him that what I'm doing this thing for free. So it's not an expense to him. So if you're interested below, this is my social handles. You understand? So actually he didn't get to reply this mail. But the next day, he had not replied this mail. So I not DM me on Instagram and told him that what I sent you a mail about something. Say, okay, then now is gonna check the mail. So but there's a whole lot of reply that happened. But what I was so continue from that. So he was like, okay, no more, I should create the video. So what I went back and what started creating the videos. I created two videos, one on what is Bitcoin, one on what is blockchain. I sent it to him. So he was like, no, that I should that I did. So I created it was something I added though. He not liked it, but I should change it in this way. You know, start edit that. So normally I could say, oh, this man, this is even free. I still telling me to make edit or disturbing me to make any change. But I knew that, oh, okay, great. I went back, I made all the necessary changes. And what I sent it to him. And was if you go to those videos that stay on his Instagram, if you scroll down to on his IGTV to 2018, you see those videos. So he loved the videos, he posted them, people engaged with the videos, people responded, you understand the two videos. So he now replied me, he now told me, okay, that was on Instagram. So all this conversation was happening on Instagram. So he was like, he loved the video, people loved it. Thank you very much. So he told me that, okay, how much will he pay me for the video? I think that was I think I told you that it's going to be for free. That I was just creating this video for you for free. So I don't know whether he didn't get what I was saying or he had forgotten that I told him about it. But he was surprised. I was like, wow, that's different. But he still wants, okay, let him I just say my account number. I didn't need his money for data. He should send to me. I told him, sir, my intention. So guys, I needed money that period because what crypto market has dumped. All our tokens has low value. Nobody was even selling coins at that point. So I desperately needed a cash flow at that point. I could not sell my tokens. I didn't want to sell my tokens at that low price. So I desperately needed cash flow. Like I didn't have money on me. I desperately needed cash flow then. But I told him no. That was I told you that's what this is for free. So I'm maintaining my stand. So that was what broke. That was what broke him. I was like, wow, I have never seen this kind of thing before. Because what everybody's asking, people are always calling him. Now people who have not done anything for him are constantly asking for money. But now this someone that did something for him, but is rejecting money. So what he not told me, so he now asked me for my WhatsApp number, I gave my WhatsApp number. So I said, by the time I said the WhatsApp number, I was coming to the WhatsApp. Next thing I will see him make a status update. He now told people like he made us, look at this guy, you that this guy is different. Look at what that this is the first time you see somebody behave like this. You know, DM me and say, you know, told me from today that I'm not his friend from today. And that's how I became friends with Bitcoin Chief. So if I had collected the money, everything would have ended there on Instagram, everybody will move on. I will be happy. Hey, he said I collected money. But what I will have lost something of value. So from then, and I still didn't start making demands, but I was already his friend. So from time to time, I will interact with him, send him, say, this particular thing can help your business. I'll just only give him value. So he offered by the next month, he was offering me a full-time job with his company. But due to certain reasons at that point, which I don't want to delve into, I could not take the job at that point. So I was like, I just really need a job now, but see. I can't take the job. He said, okay, no problem. So after a point, but he made it later and see, is it that the salary he offered me was too small? Like, I can add more money. I still know it's not about the salary, that I can't take job at this point. You understand? So he now said, no problem. So continue the next year, I started learning product design. This goes back to what I was telling you guys. I told you guys in day one. We are creating something. Everybody around you should know you're learning something. I started learning product design and I was posting my design from day one. I told you guys I was posting my design. I was always posting the design I was doing every day, talking about the product design on my status. And this was guys, you already had my number. So he was the second person that gave me a design. The first design job, of course, was a website. He was not the second person that gave me a design job. I just want to design his app. And what I did that design job in 6 days. And he sent me 100K for it. He said, come on, do another one. I did the second one, 100K again. So what I started learning product design in April. By August of that year, I already done 2 jobs and made 240 from 3 jobs, 240,000 naira. April, May, June, July, August. Like people that's five within a period of 5 months, I've learned design and I've made 240K. Even if you divide that 240K by a month, that's around 40K or so per month. There's some people that have been doing design, learning design for up to close more than a year. They have not made up to that amount because they don't talk about what they do. They are still calling themselves design enthusiasts, and it's only their laptop that know that they're doing design. So from there, I joined the company full time. Oh, that was 2019 ending. I joined the company full time. 2020, we went on a that was the time I left Nigeria. We went on an all expense paid trip to Ghana. He took all of us to Ghana. That's when I left Nigeria for the first time. I went to Ghana, stayed in Ghana for 1 week, met a lot of amazing people. And what I was working with this company, I learned so much. I was making money. Even though I'm no longer working with my Bitcoin team now, this MacBook Pro that I'm using, it was not bought it for me. MacBook Pro of 700 something thousand naira. Bought it for me. And it was not the first time. Oh. The first MacBook he bought for me was around 500K. That one had issues. He bought the second one. And was plus other things that I've gotten from being his friend. Money. One day he just sent me $1,000 just to hold and just be killing myself. As I just use and be trading and be killing. So there's a whole lot of things that come out of those things. So now, but if I accepted that probably 20K or 10K, I would have sent it that first day. That would have been the end. I would not have made a mark with him. We'll just move on. So that's the first thing you have to learn. Is through giving that you say make yourself separate. So of course, if you're a person of value, you would be able to call in on that action in the future. Because like I said, I kept giving him value over a period of time. And his confidence in me grew. There are times where there's nothing bad with getting reward instantly. The second part I'm going to show you shows when you get the reward instant. There's nothing wrong with getting the reward instant. And then I'm talking about the two sides. So depending on what you are going for, you will know which approach. So if you're trying to connect with somebody that's influential, this is the approach you use. If you're trying to connect for a job or whatever, use the second approach that I'm going to show now. So it's very, very important in a world where everybody is asking, in a world where everybody is looking for what they can get, you separate yourself from looking for what can I give. So that's why it's important for you to grow yourself first. So that you have something of value to offer. A lot of people are not getting judged because they don't have work experience, but they don't know that all they need to do is just to volunteer for like with 2 or 3 companies and add it to their bio. So okay, now like this, so if you can build a website, go and look for since I volunteer, go look for an NGO or a motherless baby home or something like that, something that's like a charity. Tell them that I would love to help you guys rebuild your website. And what you put your work, put your heart. So if it's okay, this is free job, and you cannot do it for a charity project or an NGO. Say, I would love to help you guys design and rebuild your website. By the time you do it for 2 or 3 NGOs, you are even getting blessings on twofold. Because those people that are doing it for them for free, they want to recommend you for a job that is not a paid job. But two, even they don't recommend you, you are getting something to add to your portfolio, a real life brand that you have helped build something. So I tell young people, in this day and age, don't be so. Some people tell some people to do offer free job for start. They'll say no, that they must pay me. What to differentiate you from people outside? How will you even do things that will grow your skill set or give you real life experience? So like I said, so if you feel that, oh, if you are working for a company that they must pay you, okay, you can do it for a charity project or any other form of NGO. Hey, nobody's making money here. We are all doing this thing. So I'm old. Okay, this is a motherless baby home, or these people are for mentally patient or anything. Just do it for them. You know, all of us they do the charity work. But what you are getting the real life experience, and what you are getting human beings, which is the greatest asset. By the time you do this thing for 2 or 3 charities, there's no how one of them will not say, this guy, they will talk about you. And yes, so you're doing this kind of thing, don't be quiet though. Tell them to hype you on their Twitter, on their social media platforms that this is the guy that helped us rebuild our website for free. They should hype you too, not everybody, nobody say you go just go there. You don't collect money, you don't collect thank you, join. Let them talk about you. When by the time they talk about you, you see somebody that wants to offer you a job for that thing. Because you show that what you are more concerned about value first than money first. It's separated from those people who are only looking for money first, that you don't give me money. Check it now. Some people will finish learning a skill. For months, they'll be idle. And saying, how will I get job? Meanwhile, out of those months you're idle, if you bring out 2 or 3, you can just do that thing, offer that thing for free. You have gotten something to add to your portfolio, personal experience, and you have built goodwill in the eyes of people can even still bring you that thing without even using portfolio anything. I remember when I started blogging on Steam, what made me grow my income was that what I wanted to do a charity project on a platform. Like I was making like $60 a week. And I said, okay, I thought this is my $60 a week. I should be able to bring out $10 to support people support writers on this platform that are not making money. Guys, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do a contest that I'll be paying for my own. So I'll take a part of my earnings to support other upcoming writers on the platform. That's what I wanted to do. So I figured out how to write and make money, but many people don't know how to make money. Let me start a contest for them. And the people that do well, that put in the work at least. So some people because some people they don't have money, they're not serious. So like the serious ones, I'll be supporting them with some of my earnings. Guys, this is what I wanted to do on Steam. It's there. Somebody heard it and told me, okay, come on, that is that even setting up that the people on the platform are trying to even set up something like that to support writers. I said, they said yes, say that okay, since I have the vision that they can work with me. That is how I started though. Guys, they started paying me for what I wanted to do for free. My first intent was to give value. That was what made me different. They could have gone and put out if I can who want to do that, and people want or everybody rush to come and apply. But by virtue of trying to do that thing, so that's how I got it. I started making around way more than what I was earning normally in a week just from that thing. I was going to give my $10. Now I was, and the money was now even coming in a way that was I had money to pay. So they said I was they did not say 60/40. So out of the money that is because they said they're going to providing funding. So out of that funding that will come to the account, they'll take 40% or so. Will they give me share because this is what I don't know whether it was I don't know whether my own share was 40% or 60%, but my own share, I think my share was 40%, but that 40% was big. I was still writing and making money, and this thing was not an extra income source for me. The money I was making for that thing weekly was more than the money I was making from writing. All this thing built up, and was within 3 months, I made 1 million naira. Then that was 2017. Because what I was concerned about, what can I give in a place where everybody looking for what they can get? What can I give? That is how you differentiate yourself. So let's go to the second example. Where is that tab? So now this is Roving Heights. This was I think last month. So now this thing one will show you the importance of structure. And I was trying to get you guys to understand why structure is important. Once you build a foundational base for yourself, you can build on top of that thing. So now I was leveraging my community here. Because I wanted to add an extra income stream to my blog. So I thought of okay, when I start writing actively, I can start recommending books to people to buy. So a lot of bloggers do it and affiliate revenue. So you recommend books to people. And so if someone buys the book with your link, you earn a commission from that. It's affiliate marketing. So I checked Amazon and their system that one was so complicated for Nigerians. So I remember there was a platform called Rolling Heights for Nigeria that they say these people are meant to have an affiliate program. I went to the website, I checked the website. I did not see any affiliate program. I said there's no way. Okay, let me even like this is very important that they set it up. So I went to the website, and there's I guys see if I see a in the chat box, see us in the chat box. When you go to a website, there's a contact us form that you can use to contact this thing. There's a contact form, then there's a contact us form that you can use to contact people. I told myself that what if I put this application in this contact form, only God know the year you'll reply it. Did they normally even check? Did they normally even check this contact us box? So I said so there's some things you want to apply for. Look for a stakeholder. For example, now there was a job I was applying for. I was looking for this. It was a marketing job. So I looked for this chief marketing officer of the company and messaged him directly. So when you want to do with a company, so even if you're a developer, you want to pitch a company, look for the CTO or the lead developer there. Go for the stakeholder directly. So that what you not gonna be passing through PA. PA will put you in file for 2 weeks before you remember to push your file. No, go directly to the stakeholder. So I I look for who's Robin High CEO. And I found out, depends, she's the CEO. The CEO was more business. Okay, I have to. So I started looking for what's email address. I dug. Funny thing. So now there's a manual and there's this thing. So now the manual way of getting email address, it just takes understanding where to look. So what their websites and the social media. So now first of all, if person has a blog or a website, go to their website and look for a mail that suggests what they do. If they don't have a mail there, go to the social media account and go through the social media. The way you get someone's mail on social media is what if the person has a link tree. So this person in particular, so I checked when I was preparing for this webinar, I checked for her link tree, and I found out that she has removed that link from the link that I used to locate her email address. She has removed it from her profile. You understand? She removed from her profile. So now I wanted to do a demonstration. But what I would use my own personal link tree to demonstrate this thing. So now check whether the person has a link. So this is if someone that is in a creative space or entrepreneurship, they'll most likely have a link tree. So a link, you know what a link tree is? You can indicate in the chat box. A link tree is one of those tools that people use to submit or this thing, add other links. So important links, they can add it to their this all the social media. So this is my own personal link tree. So now I checked for her on her bio, and I found out there was a link tree there. So I had hope. So what I clicked on the link tree and I saw the whole different issue just like this. So but what I was looking for, guys, this thing looks simple, but a lot of people don't think, nobody think of it. Don't go to the social media, just go through, oh, okay, follow the person, start sending DMs. I'll probably not get answered. So I checked and I found a link tree. So I clicked on her link tree. I was looking for this email box and it was there. So I just highlighted on it, clicked on it, and that's how I got her email address. That was how I got her email address. It took me to go put this thing, and I copied out the email address from this tab, and that's how I sent out. That's how I composed this is simple. This is the simple and the manual. But what if not everybody has a website, not everybody has a link tree, or yeah, and not just you can be D-Shark, but any page that has to do with putting up links, you can what you can actually get their mail from it. But if the mail is not there, they now have to resort to what the tool that I talked to. There's one option which is what a tool. So this tool is called what Hunter, hunter.io. And as you can see, I'm on the free plan. The free plan is more than enough for you to do whatever it is I want to do. So now this is a sample website. So this is Andreessen Horowitz, the media and a VC platform. So that website is already here. So that was the last thing I checked. So now if you go through and you see that website, that domain name is on the search box, a16z.com. Now once you put their domain name, what are you seeing? This is the email address of what every major person in the company. So this is the founder's email address. These are all verified personal email addresses. Once you send a mail to this address, the person will receive it in their inbox. Boom. So this is hunter.io. So now you see Angela as the different departments. So now, of course, before you DM the person, before you send before you get, you have to first of all, like I said, look for a stakeholder, the person whose department directly falls under what you're looking for. So if the general something, can be the founder, it can be or anybody. So now, like remember what I said, I talked about email addresses last because this is the least important thing. The most important thing is your offer. And I've spent the greater part of this seminar talking about what your offer. But let's go briefly back to Roving Heights and let's finish analyzing the email and we'll come back to this. So now this is my email to Roving Heights COO. So my name is Obiajilu and what? And I've also, luckily for me, that I've bought, I think, two or so. I've bought books twice on their platform, so it was even made my pitch sweeter. So my name is Obiajilu. I'm a huge fan of the platform Roving Heights. I have bought different books on the platform, and I've also recommended my friends to do the same. I'm mailing you because I wanted to air my views on how impactful a Roving Heights affiliate program would be. So now I didn't say anything about it on the website. I was like, if they don't have it, they have to. This is a great opportunity for them. So let me pitch it to them. They were so and what I also so if you are doing something, if you're sending a pitch like this, don't do it in a way to the person that makes it look as if the person or everybody that's working with them does not have sense and does not have business sense. So now see that my third line, my fourth line. I say what this is probably not the first time you are hearing this. And as somebody that's a builder, I understand there might be constraints. So I recognize the fact that what you and your team have probably thought of this, but for some reasons, that's probably why you have not been able to set it up. So what it made that I was acknowledging her business sense. No, I was not coming to tell her, I was not coming to tell her people don't even have sense to do this thing. No, I was acknowledging the business sense. So, but at the same time, I have to respect the person's time. So I'll quickly just share why I'm sending this mail. So apart from working with startups, I routinely blog on my personal website. I link my website. That one can, when she even go there, she's going to even see that what I'm someone that knows what I'm doing. As apart from working with startups, I routinely blog on personal website. I linked my website. I'm currently writing an article on ego, and I wanted to recommend Ryan Holiday ego is the enemy. They also let her know that what this book is no longer is out of stock self in your bookshop. But before coming to Roving Heights, the first thing that came to my mind was the Amazon Associates program. And after going through it, I realized that it's something that Roving Heights can replicate. So there are lots of Nigerian influencers like John Obidi and Selling King with dedicated followings. Something like an affiliate program that would net them a side income would be a great idea to them. I look forward to hearing from you, and I'm open to contributing in any way to make this work. So I was even offering to help them set it up in one way or the other, probably give a certain input to make that thing work if necessary. So I was doing a kind of a triple or double pitch here to become an affiliate and to become a potential business partner also, if possible. Not business partner, like maybe employee, or what would I call it? I don't know, share a partner. So this mail shows that I'm only here to give value. I'm not here to take. So she replied me. She replied me and she replied me. So let me scroll down. Let me scroll down. So she replied me. I was like, "What? That they actually have an affiliate program, but they used to publicize it before, but decided to not make it exclusive." So this because when we say this is fraud, so a lot of people were fraud. I don't know Nigerians. There's nothing Nigerians will not use and do fraud in this life. There's just that there was a lot of people were taking advantage of them. So I don't know how that was even possible. Because for you to you have to sell to make money. Only people know what Nigerians did on that platform. God. So, but then I was, if I would like to be an affiliate with them, I should let her know. And a member of teams, I told her, yes, I would love to be an affiliate. And that's how she just, and it was in some days, I got my affiliate link from them. I'm not affiliate with them. So what you see was, I led with value, 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 value. I led with value. So now back to the mail. So this is Hunter. Now this is the least important part. Anybody can this thing. Anybody can get email addresses. But I've let you have helped you understand what the most important thing is. What is the pitch? So let's use a platform that we all probably you guys suggest the websites we can use to check for email addresses. Okay, let me use this, guys. So Digivest. Let's check Digivest. Oh, this will have only one. But whether you go, you will not even see those. You now have to use the social media. So that email I sent to Bitcoin Chief, you can replicate that something like that in the DMs on Twitter or on Instagram. Like now, you see Digivest. Let me check Cowdywise. Digivest don't have much mails. Okay, Cowdywise have David. So now, if you are seeing somebody here, of course, you have to go to the team website first to get the name of the person. So when you now get the person's name, so if you see the person's name, you should be, you know, oh, this is the person. So this is Cowdywise, David at Cowdywise.com. I don't know I've not checked their website. So I don't know what David does for the company. There's finance. This is like probably like general finance. So it is a finance related inquiry. You can use Ministry of Finance. So you see other people there, Yami. So if you check, you know what Yami does. There's Ferrami. Ferrami is the head of growth. So he has left them. He left them recently to join. He's not in Flutterwave. But what can anybody else suggest any other website you can check out? I said Hunter. Hunter. I'm typing in the chat box. Hunter.io. Okay, you can also say Leadway. She even went straight. Okay, let's do Leadway. Then we'll check Binance. Let's do Leadway first. Leadway. Wow. A lot of mails for Leadway. So you're looking for somebody in Leadway, so you can catch them. So how many mails are here? So the free Hunter plan only gives you access to like probably 10 mails. So if you're unlucky and the person that you're looking for that email for below the line, you have to do the premium plan is I think $5 or so. How much? Let's click upgrade and even see how much is it. It's very expensive. $49 a month. So if what you're searching for is very, very important, you might have to pay. Or you just have to if the person's email does not pop up first, and use social media search. So let's do Binance. Binance will get, of course, Binance should generate a lot of mails. Let's check. Binance.com. 70 results. So the technical supports our merchant accounts, Indian, our human resources support, Ivan Pascal. I don't know who Ivan Pascal is at Binance. There's Dex that's on, there's MM program. So what you for every domain you put, so there's some domains you impute. If it's a new website, you will not actually not be able to find email addresses. If the website is still new, you won't be able to find email addresses. That's why I said that for you to know the email that belongs to Circle, you have to go to that team page. You have to decide the person first, get their names. When you come and see the person's name, so most common pattern, like you say, is first name, last name, then like as you saw Ferrami's own Ferrami. When you so if you're looking for Ferrami, when you come and when you see me, you know that this is Ferrami's email. You understand? So it does not matter. This works for all company. So let's even do which other company should we do? Let's do Facebook. Facebook. Everybody here is on Facebook. People that want to email Facebook to unlock their account. You want to target on it. Okay, all. Last time I checked Facebook, I got results. What are they saying? Facebook. So last time I checked Facebook, I saw results. Okay, I think I've blocked it, but I saw Facebook last time I checked. All of Google. Google. See Google. So there's Nathan Page on Google, Bruno Braga, Sophia Lynn, Gilberto, a lot of people from. I think I know Cassidy. I think Cassidy is the name I recognize there. But like I said, if you're looking, if you first of all you have to know who you're looking for. When you come here, you have to now impute their mail and what get it out. This thing. So guys, that's practically all for tonight. I believe that's all. I'm not saying go to their if you are searching for a job in a company, I want to pitch a job, like I said, if you are a developer and you are trying to get a development job, yeah, now you know that what we are looking for the head of development. So when you go to their company website, go to their team page or search who is the head of developers in this company. You can find that from their company website. You go to their team page. So you know that this is the person's name. So when you come and see the person's email address, so you're looking for this. So if you now go and look and so it's Nathan Page that is the person that holds this role. When you come here, you are seeing Nathan Page. Yeah, you know that this is email address. Copy it. So it does not matter the role you're looking for. You can only get that email address here. So yeah, one of the things that I talked about was alternatives to make money. So I'm releasing a new program for that to help people build side income from WhatsApp, first of all. You understand? So it involves you building a media brand. That's why people are open to building a media brand on WhatsApp. It involves you building you can build a media brand around what you do. It can be business and what you will be able to what monetize it. So, but I'm not, I can't talk about that thing. I can't talk about that now. But like I said, I'm going to talk about other ways to make money. Then there's also the Chasing the Business program, which I believe everybody. If you have not heard of Chasing the Business, can you indicate in the chat box? So don't worry, I'll hold a separate session. But practically, I've talked about everything. I've talked about everything now. I said I'm going to talk with you guys. So I think that I'll hold a separate webinar sometime in the future to talk about any other opportunities that can. But what I've satisfied, what is paid or signed up for in terms of this webinar. Does anybody have a question? So guys, the next step, the level of support you get from me is based on your seriousness. So if you should organize yourself and start creating some people are already spending their own. You should organize yourself and start over creating your daily routine. If you need help, ask questions, set up meetings. Sometimes you talk with other people in the group, come together, set up meetings and start doing a peer review. If I have chances, I can join any one of your meetings, give you more guidance. But what your future is in your hands. So I'm practically giving you guys what you paid for. But if you want to get extra support from me, you have to show seriousness. So the more seriousness you show, and I'm going to be doing it by DM now. So if I'm seeing people active, I'm not going to. I will send the person a DM. Do this, do that, because people like group things, and I do DM. So if I see people active in the group, I send them a DM. Out okay. So the seriousness I'll get for that help. So yeah, so that's all for today. So if I'm not watching that first day, don't watch that first day. It's 11 o'clock. I've been outside my house since morning, so I actually have to rest now because I'm still going tomorrow for an online all-day session. But I also make this recording available for anybody that might want to go back and review from time to time. So, but that will not be today. That will be on Sunday because I have a lot of things piled up. So go and watch that first video. Go and watch that first video. Rewatch it. Work on your what? On your daily routine. Everything I talked about yesterday, day before yesterday. Sorry. Work. Yes. Other ways of making money. I'll talk about one. Well, I'm going to do a presentation on that one earlier. Get this ones first. That one too depends on you. So start from this one first and be coming up. That you can't every other thing I'm going to talk about, you can't take advantage of it. You have not done this first. So set up your daily routine. Go and watch everything I talk about in that day one and what set up gets to that level. So when the opportunity comes, you'll be able to take advantage. I'm going to be taking very limited people. So what the people that you get taken is if you're ready at that point. Because once you're meant to submit something, if you can't submit at that point, the first people that submit it to get in. So better than start looking. I don't even you should even be telling me not to even talk about that thing till you are ready. So guys, yeah, that's all for tonight. I had an amazing call. I have to go now. I'm really, really tired. So, but I'm happy I broke it into two. So I was able to explain these things well for you. I owe you that. So guys, say about the daily routine. Can a task or two help in growth? I don't understand what's your question. The task you have to do daily is growth task of studying and application. So it's either you're studying to become more skilled, and as you're learning the skill, you're applying what you're learning and sharing it, or you're studying to create content, depending on what you do. But your daily routine should involve learning and acting, learning and creating. And as you're creating, be sharing your work publicly. Go and watch day one again. Go and watch day one again and get these full things. So, guys, good night, everyone, and have an amazing nice rest. Oh,